First up, the Big Dam Police Station arson confession is getting more interesting by the minute, with the attorney at law for the self-confessed accused, Clarence Green, now saying that his client is telling a different story. Ronald Daniels said his client denied giving any video recording confession, stating that he was responsible for the fire. In fact, he said that he was forced to sign a confession statement. He has singled out some senior police officers who allegedly threatened him.
Tapping a button on the desk in a threatening manner, telling him that he's lying and he needs to speak the truth. He maintained the story because, according to him, that was the truth. And he said they invited the young Indian fella into the office and told him that they don't want to hear anything from him anymore, and asked the Indian guy to give an account of what happened. So, and this is the same guy who was in the cell next to him, right? And he said when the guy came in the cell, the guy said that when the guy came into the room, the guy said that he did not know what happened, but the guy said that on the bus, he heard Green saying that he started the fire, and Green was adamant that he did not start the fire. And this is the same guy whom he said on the bus was saying that he smelled smoke as well, even before Green got there, and that he attempted to raise an alarm and got no response from the police. So Green said that he disputed the guy's story. There were 3 other officers along with that officer, 2 other males and a female officer. And he said at that time, those 4 officers appeared to be the only officers at the station. And when they took him into the room, the officer who was in the room before, he was asking him questions, and he said he narrated the very same story to them on the video. And he said one of the officers who was in the room appeared to be angling himself outside of the lens, outside of the scope of the camera's lens, and was hitting him on his shoulder, on his left shoulder in particular, telling him that he needs to speak the truth. And he said he sustained a bruise on his shoulder, which he showed us that he got from the officer tapping him on his shoulder.
Daniels, who's representing Green together with attorney at law Chriswana Jeffers, said his client was searched before entering the lockups at 3 a.m. that Saturday morning, and several times after he was removed from the cell as the fire was raging. Green was arrested on an allegation of robbery.
He said that he was taken into custody on Saturday morning around 3 a.m. And when he was taken into custody on allegations of having committed a robbery. And having been taken to the Big Dam police station, he was immediately searched. No implement that could start a fire was found on him. No lighters, no cigarettes, no matches. He was taken to the cell number 4 particularly, and he was alone in that cell. He said there was a half of a mattress in the cell, and he indicated to the officer that he has steel in his body from an accident, and it would be rather uncomfortable for him to sleep on the half of the mattress. So they put another mattress in the cell with him and left the half of the mattress there. So he said that within an hour of being put into that cell, he started smelling smoke. And he raised an alarm, calling out to the police, but nobody responded. So he alerted the other persons who were in proximity to him in cells next to him that he was smelling smoke, and they too raised an alarm. None of the officers responded. And he said a while after, it appears that one of the officers came upstairs and let out one of the inmates to use the washroom. And at the same time, he dozed off in his cell. At that time, he wasn't seeing any smoke or any fire. And he said while he was dozed off, the inmate who was released to use the washroom came to his cell, is somebody that he's familiar with, and woke him up by sprinkling water on him and alerted him that there was smoke coming in the vent in the cell there. So the inmate went downstairs and got the police. The police came upstairs to his cell, opened the cell and let him out. He said he immediately ran to the bathroom area, took off his vest, plugged the bathroom pipe. That is the escape pipe for the bathroom. He plugged that and he started filling up water with the buckets in the bathroom. And he kept running back and forth to the cell, attempting to throw water on the area where the smoke was coming from. He said the officer was there standing observing him, as well as the gentleman who came and woke him up by sprinkling water on him. He said as well another officer came upstairs and started opening the cells for the other inmates to come out. He said eventually the officer who first came upstairs and opened the cell for him to come out told him to stop throwing the water and let them go downstairs. And they went downstairs over to where the police reception area used to be.
Daniel said his client lives in Temeri with his common-law wife and young child, but came to the city to spend a few days by relatives in Charlestown. The police have been saying that Green made a video recording confessing that he started the fire which resulted in the almost total destruction of the Breakdown police station. According to Daniels, when Green was taken back to the lockups at the burnt-out Breakdown police station on Monday, he pointed out to investigators that he could not have done what he was accused of doing because of the construction of the window in the cell he was placed.
Are you having problems sleeping at night? Well, worry no more. Comfort Sleep mattresses are simply the best. Comfort Sleep provides quality products, factory fresh and better value. With every purchase you make, you become part of our family and help to fulfill the need of the less fortunate. Comfort Sleep, as part of their corporate duty, provides meals for over 500 children in regions 3, 4 and 6, 3 times a week. This, among other charitable events year-round, is part of our mandate. What are you waiting for? Keep the dream going. Be part of this great family. Comfort Sleep, Eccles Industrial Estate, East Bank, Demerara. Telephone 233-3013 or 233-2657. Email comfortsleep49@gmail.com.
Fire Chief Calamity Idu was sent on leave today, and this comes days after the disastrous performance of the Guyana Fire Service in its attempt to extinguish a fire at the Breakdown police station, in which more than 80% of the station was left in rubbles. Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben confirmed to this newscast that the Fire Chief was sent on leave. He, however, could not say for how long Idu would be out of office. On Sunday, President Efron Ali expressed his disappointment at the Guyana Fire Service's handling of Saturday's fire, which destroyed the Breakdown police station. He said this cannot and will not be tolerated, as he put the Guyana Fire Service on notice. He posited that this lackadaisical, insufficient and indifferent approach cannot continue.
And to put it crudely, you can't respond to events in your backyard. And the response is not about asset, The response is about attitude. It's about commitment. It's about discipline. It's about professionalism. It's about being in a state of readiness. Look how quickly the police responded to the challenge. I'm publicly putting the fire service on warning. This cannot and will not be tolerated.
Many blame the Guyana Fire Service for being unprepared to deal with the fire, the refusal of officers to secure water from a hydrant which was marked inoperable but in fact was working and refusing assistance from a city businessman. Prior to that incident, there were other major fires under Idu's watch: the North Ruimveldt Multilateral School, the Mabaruma Secondary School, and Sharon's Mall. A representative of the Georgetown City Council will now sit at the National COVID-19 Task Force. This decision was taken at a meeting with Prime Minister Mark Phillips, who is performing the functions of President, City Mayor Ubrajan Ryan, and Deputy Mayor Alfred Mentor. The meeting, which was described as fruitful, was held at the Prime Minister's Camp Street office on Monday. Stemming from the talks were also discussions on issues relating to the Guyana Power and Light and the Civil Defense Commission, playing a greater role with the MNCC. Deputy Mayor Mentor noted that the CDC would help in the fight against COVID-19, but it can also support the Mayor and City Council in other areas. The Prime Minister said that the discussions were productive and would help to amplify the cooperation between central government and local government, more so because of the high level of activities that take place in the capital city and a number of government buildings that are located there. The Prime Minister said the city mayor and his team now have a second avenue to reach central government, along with the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development.
For these and other stories, do visit us at our website at www.rdproductionsgy.com.